What is happening, people, and welcome to today's video. Now, if you know me at all, you will absolutely already know that I would always, and I mean always, prefer a short and very intense workout to like a 2-hour long weightlifting marathon where you're like talking to people and checking on your phone and having 5-minute rest periods. That absolutely, that just is not me whatsoever. So what I thought I'd do for today's video is share with all of you probably my favorite 30-minute strength workout of all time. Plus, it builds work capacity, it builds focus, and it is a ton of fun to do. Now, it honestly doesn't really get simpler than this workout. All you're gonna do is choose 3 big compound exercises where you can move a lot of weight. So you're gonna be thinking of things like a deadlift, a squat, a bench press, an overhead press, farmer's walk, sandbags, things like that. You're not gonna want to choose anything that is like an isolation exercise. You're definitely gonna wanna stay with the compounds where you can move a ton of weight. Choose 3 of them. Now, once you have your 3 movements, all I want you to do is just quickly get warmed up on those 3 exercises, jumping from thing to thing, but I want you to stop the second that you hit more of like a serious weight. And you guys know what I'm talking about when I say a serious weight. It's like when you're doing bench press or something and you're just going through the motions, and then kind of that weight comes up where you're like, okay, I need to kind of stop and pay a little bit more attention. There needs to be some emotional investment in here. Once you get to that, I want you to stop and set a clock. Now, once you hit start, you have 30 minutes using those 3 exercises to move 10,000 pounds. But you can only utilize singles. Now, if you are a beginner lifter or a female, or you're very young or you're very old, then I would shoot for something like moving 5,000 to 7,000 pounds and leave the 10,000 pounds for a future goal. All right, so let's say, for example, I chose the deadlift, the Zercher squat from the floor, and the bench press as my 3 exercises. All that I'm going to do is go up to the deadlift bar and perform 1 rep. And then I'm gonna record how many pounds I just moved, and then I'm gonna add weight if I'm able. Then I'm immediately going to jump into the Zercher squat where I'm gonna perform 1 rep and record how much pounds I just moved, and then I'm gonna add weight if I'm able. And then immediately jump into the bench press where I'm gonna perform 1 rep, record how many pounds I just moved, and add weight if I'm able. So let's just say for my first like real serious round, I deadlifted 550 pounds, did a 405 pound Zercher squat and a 350 pound bench. That means that for that 1 round, I moved 1,305 pounds. Then you're just gonna continue to do rounds and add weight until you hit the 10,000 pound mark. Now, for many of you, this workout is not gonna take long at all. For some of you, you're gonna be done in like 7 to 10 minutes and you're gonna move 10,000 pounds and it's gonna feel like nothing. While other people, it's gonna take every single second of that 30 minutes, if not more. But no matter which camp that you fall into here, I would recommend that around 15 minutes you do add up all of your poundages so you have an idea of how much further you need to go so that you can kind of act accordingly for the remainder of the workout. All right, so there you go. Now you have a 30-minute strength max out session that also builds work capacity, focus, and it is a ton of fun to do. This literally is one of my favorite 30-minute strength workouts out there because I love maxing out, and this allows me to do that. And sometimes you'll even hit PRs without even realizing it because it seems like less of a big deal. Try to work up to at least 90% to even higher. If you feel like a PR is there, go ahead and break it during this because you'd be shocked at what you are capable of doing. But I do thank each and every single one of you so much for absolutely everything you're doing. If you can tell, I'm not currently where I normally am, kind of in a cooler place for a little bit. So I'm gonna be telling you more about that. And I literally have some of the coolest videos that I've ever made in my entire life coming up probably within the next couple weeks to month. One of which I truly believe is probably my most powerful video that I've ever made in my entire life. The Suffer Beautifully video, if you haven't seen that, make sure you look at that. But that video is absolutely just, I can't believe that that was something that came out of me. Like, I can't believe that. And I feel the same way about this one video. I already have recorded it. It's edited. It's just sitting there waiting for the right time to release because it is that powerful. So we're gonna see when that actually happens, but it should be soon. And I'm so excited to share so many of this exciting stuff that's going on in my life right now. So I will catch up with each and every single one of you later in the week. Until I do go out to something amazing in your lives, keep working hard, people. Be nice to each other. Thank you all for the support, and I'll see you then.